Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Jane and this is MJ Money Matters. Here in this space I show you how I use the zero-based budgeting method to control and maintain a simplified money life. So if that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and stick around for more. Hi, welcome everybody, and I actually recorded this a little bit earlier so I could get it out when I wasn't around, but welcome. It is snowing. It will not stop snowing. This is fairly new to me. I want to say last year was my first experience with winter. I'm about to come up on my 2-year anniversary of moving here, and it was a milder winter. So this has been a lot more snow and a lot more cold, and but I'm making it. I'm making it. I'm like, I'm ready for it to be over, and it just won't stop, but here we are. So I left my position as a teacher, so I'm just working on stuffing money that I'm making as waitress at the moment, plus some of my side hustles, and I'm not actively looking for another job in that way. In the daytime, I probably will sub a couple of days here and there, but I'm using my time working on my house, which has been fantastic. Plus, I was catching up on some sleep, much needed rest. And I have like the tickle in my throat and the sneezies or whatever, but I feel fine. But if I sound funny, yeah, I definitely sound funny. So the drama this week, because there always seems to be some drama, is, well, I'm just so much happier, and I have a huge stress relief knowing that school is not my problem anymore. I don't mind going and helping here and there. It's like, do my thing and leave. But this long term of having these things become my problem were really weighing on me. Not to mention my medical issue with having like a bleeding ulcer. I'm like, I just don't need the stress. Like, this is just too much. But the stress at my job is that as I was leaving the restaurant last night, my manager let me know that someone expressed they didn't feel like I was doing enough side work. And I mean, not only was this shocking and absolutely false, but I was like, okay, well, maybe while they were polishing something and they felt it wasn't happening, I wasn't helping. That was because I was running their food or running their drinks, because I seem to be the only waitress that does that. And he was like, look, I've never seen you just stand around and do nothing. I'm like, okay. Well, he was like, so I won't worry too much about it. But there is a snake in the mist. When you work in fine dining, when you work on basically commission, right? Because, you know, we make a percentage of tips in fine dining. It's very competitive. And there's myself and about, 2 other people. We're pretty much like the top earners. And I mean, depending on the week, I come up on top as the top earner most of the time. So it seems like they want to usurp me, whoever this person is. So from here on out, until I'm way just too annoying, I'm just going to do some malicious compliance, where every time I do something for someone else, oh, I'm running so-and-so's drinks, I'm polishing these glasses, I'm running so-and-so's food, I will literally just announce it and just be like, because everyone thinks I don't do anything, I'm just letting you know this is what I'm doing. In the most bitchy way possible, with a smile. So yeah, I don't know who did that, but first of all, mind your own fucking business. Oh, I'm sorry, can I say that on YouTube? And second of all, mind your own business. Like, I never say anything negative about other people. I just keep, you know what I mean? Like, why put that into the world? And so it's like, this is how I pay my bills. This is how I'm getting ahead. This is how I'm saving, to start my business. And it's like, and you're targeting me for what? Like, I don't do anything to anybody. I just do my job and go. But then again, they all know each other from another restaurant, the majority of them. So they're a little gang and they're all friends. And so, what do? You go against the person that you don't know, I guess. It's sort of Lord of the Flies. All right, let's work on what I did this week. I am stuffing a total of $2,566 this week. I bought some things. I know this is my low buy year, which sounds crazy because look at this giant list of stuff. When I say low buy year, I mean things that I don't need. The things that I am purchasing are mostly for the house and mostly buy once, cry once. Like, for instance, the pet hair vacuum. I don't think that I'll need another one. I mean, maybe if this one dies in a couple of years, but that was a one and done kind of thing. So I'm not exactly too worried about calling it a low buy year still, because I am not buying anything that's not really related to the house, and getting this house like livable and homey. So there's where I'm at. So my first purchase, you could say, is the treat yourself. I purchased some creative taxidermy. So my friend is the artist who creates these things, and she gets old vintage taxidermy and then makes them clothes. I don't know how else to say it. And so this one was patterned after a TV character that I like a lot and seems to pair well with my other piece of taxidermy she made me, which is a Victorian serial killer. So this one is of the male gender, the other one's female. They were just a great duo, and it helped my friend shop small, support an artist. So sometimes, again, yeah, you don't need to buy a whole lot of taxidermy for your house, if any. So that was because I work really hard. Pillow covers and baby gates, $50. So I had just purchased the couches. I got some pillow inserts and pillow covers to bring in the colors from the wool. And the baby gate is sort of twofold. My partner is having his first grandbaby, so I have to baby proof the house a little bit. And then it's also for my cats whenever I'm painting in the stairwell. It's for both babies. All the babies. Surge protector. I bought another one of those, $21. I'm just making sure that everything is protected in the house because I did lose my computer several years ago. I want to say it's about 4 years now, in a surge incident where it was plugged in and there was no surge protector. So kind of overly cautious about surge protectors. I have too many of them now, but it's almost every outlet. Cat food and groceries, I spent $22. And this is all digital, by the way, up into this point. I know I don't think I've ever used like every line before. There was a lot going on. Eating out, I spent $15. So I obviously am not spending near as much as I was when I was, working 17, 18 hours a day, and that was my only chance to eat. So I have been eating at home a lot more, which has been wonderful for my budget. But I did get one little sandwich out, and that was a nice little treat. So Savings Mac, that lets me know which savings account, because I have multiple accounts going on at this moment. I gave them $300. And even though I'm doing frivolous things, I'm trying to, replenish the savings. So it's like I'm saving more than I spent. Home decor. I made one of those trips to the Home Goods. And I love to watch those people who make the videos making fun of all the weird stuff at the Home Goods. Like, I'm looking for a bubble head with like the body of a giraffe as a butler holding a tray, And they do definitely have those things. But they also have some really good stuff at Home Goods. I bought a laundry bag that is beautiful and decorative for my bedroom. I bought another like soda can organizer for the refrigerator. You know what I mean? Like, just they're needed things. And I did not buy the butler giraffe holding a tray, but it was definitely there. Curtain rods, $70. So at this point, all the windows have curtains, but I actually hung a curtain rod as a focal point in the living room. And it is sort of like in the mid, when you walk in, it's the focal point. Your eye is drawn to it, and it's a white sheet that's going to be hanging right in the middle of the wall. I know it doesn't make sense to a lot of people yet, but the moldings that I bought last week, I'm painting right now, waiting for them to dry. And so whenever I do put them on the wall, you've got the white sheet, you've got the Hollywood Regency cabinet, I've got the big Folies Bergère, framed print up against it, so it creates one long line. And then on either side are the moldings, and then inside the moldings I'll be putting the wallpaper that brings in the other two walls inside the moldings, where the wallpaper is on the wall the other side. So it's a visual interest, and it's long lines. It makes everything look bigger. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people yet. I definitely got the what the hell are you doing kind of questions, but it's like, trust me, give me a couple of months and it will all come together. So I bought curtain rods for the wall. That was $70, the curtain and the rods. Gas, $100, vroom vroom, not the kind to power the house. The pet hair vacuum, the Bissell, $55. Look, they give to a lot of pet organizations, including Detroit Dog Rescue, so I will support the Bissell till I die. Snow shoveling, there's a sweet teenager who has come to my door multiple times, and I have paid her 20 bucks each time, $40, and she's snuggling, she's snuggling my snow. She's shoveling my snow. She has a much bigger little, what do you call it? Rake thingy, shovel. I guess they're called shovels. She has a much bigger shovel than I do. She does it much faster, and she is hustling. I'm gonna support that. Workout clothes. I had some IKEA. What are the Kohl's Cash? Not IKEA. Kohl's Cash. And so after the Kohl's Cash, I paid $30 for some workout clothes. I'm about to start on at a new Pilates studio, so I wanted something nice to wear next week for my first lesson. And if you've ever been to like Lululemon or something, you know, $30 for workout clothes is like a steal. Like, I don't shop at the Lululemon. I've never bought anything there. I don't go to Alo or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with those things, but I definitely did the whole like Kohl's for my workout stuff, and you know, some great colors, beautiful soft fabrics. Like, I'm very happy with my purchase. But I am not one for designer workout wear. I have workout wear, and most of it came from Target or Kohl's. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to say I don't need to impress anybody at the studio, because I just spent $30 on clothes for it, but I'm like, I want to look nice without breaking the bank. My focus is on my house, on saving, on buying assets and turning profits, not spending $300 on a workout outfit. Litter and wet food. I spent $100, and I hadn't purchased litter like in bulk in a while, but it literally, there's 3 levels to this house: the basement, the main level, and then the bedroom upstairs. So I bought basically for each level brand new heavy stuff, and a whole lot of wet food. Board game. If you followed me for a little bit, you know that I am purchasing these really beautiful vintage-inspired bookcase board games. They're available on Amazon. They're so gorgeous and beautiful. And it's everybody's favorite board games put into these beautiful packaging. All my board games are kind of all over and in storage and all these things. And I like having people over and doing board games. So this is a beautiful aesthetic to hang, sort of like to put on the bookshelf, so they look good and they're fun to play. So this one was $45. It depends on, oh sorry, that's $5. It depends on the complexity of the game itself. They range between like $39 and $50. So you know, there's like a $11 difference between. This one was Battleship, so it had a couple more pieces, so it was a little bit more. But yeah, I have Monopoly, Clue, and Connect 4, and then Battleship is supposed to show up tomorrow. So yeah, it's a fun thing that I'm investing in for aesthetics and, you know, for board game night. Money button. So, okay, I saw He Budgets. I really enjoy watching his channel, and he had a bell, and he had gotten that from another creator. And so every time he pays off something in full, he rings this bell. And I was like, oh, I like that. I like that a lot, but I want something different than a bell, because he has a bell. And so I was looking for noise maker, and I found a cha-ching button. It's like the little It's like the Staples, like, I could do that, but it's a cha-ching. And so I ordered it. It's coming tomorrow. So I'm like, I'm going to have my own little money button, which I'm like, yay, something different. But was very inspired by He Budgets because he was doing something where he was filling up for the rest of the year in envelopes. He was like, that one's done for the rest of the year. This one's done for the rest of the year. And I have two that I pay. Either one of them is like a year in advance and one of them is 6 months in advance. And I was like, yeah, man, I feel good about that. He did that with like everything. And I was like, oh, wow, up that game. I love that. I am inspired by that. So once I finish getting my moving van and the RV haul, because those are huge purchases that I'm saving up for right now. When those things are done, I'm going to follow the inspiration of He Budgets, and I'm going to literally not do a month or two ahead. I want to pay everything off a year in advance. So thank you, He Budgets. I don't know if you know who I am, but I really was like, yes, very inspired by that. And also, it's really nice to see men in budgeting, which for whatever reason, it tends to be sort of like female centric, which I don't know why. So it's nice to follow male creators. All right, so on that, I spent $28 and lotion. Yeah, well, it's snowy outside and everything's cracking. I'm like, I work with food and, you know, it's like constantly washing my hands and such. Investment. I put some seed money into something. This, I may lose it all. I may make some, I don't know, we'll see. But I put in $200. And Pilates. I sunk in $250 into this place. So we'll see if I like the studio and what will come of that. So that's all for my digital life. This here is what I've got going on for cash. Let's see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 120 20s, 10, 20, and 10s, 5, 10, 15, 20, $20 in 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and $1. $1 bills. Alrighty then. So, the mortgage. I've been putting aside $200. And they actually, so you know, it's like a fixed rate mortgage, but it's also got the property taxes tied into it, and the property taxes go up a little bit. So I'm going to go up a little bit because I always pay them a week in advance and more than I owe, right? Because my goal is to get this house paid off sooner than later. And so I'm actually going to up it to $250 a week. And there we are, which will take off, you know, paying more towards the principal, so I pay less in interest. And I get the sucker paid off sooner than later. So that is 200, 20, what did I say? 50, 40, 50. All right, so let's see what I got going on in this binder here. Mortgage. Yes, I know so many people have like their really fancy binders and their inserts and the dashboards and all that. I don't. I just haven't spent money on that because I'd rather spend money towards like my Turo and getting my money to make money. But I do admire their nice stuff. I'll say that. 100, 200, 300, 2, 4, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So that is $400 in here. 500, 650. All right. I like to keep things organized too. So there's the 10 and the 20 and the 100. Boom. So if people are like, how do you pay so little on your mortgage? I purchased a formerly abandoned home. And I have been slowly, I started literally camping in it, been slowly building it up, making it livable. And that's why in a low buy year, I'm still buying all these things because I moved here in my car. My stuff is still in storage. I'm saving up for the moving van. That's what I got going on. I don't have anything else in here. Everything else is paid. There we go. Boom, done with that. And the lot rent. So I have my trailer, Myrtle, the Myrtle, the vagabond turtle. So she is in New Mexico. She's on a friend of a friend's ranch. I pay her every month, and I pay her $200 lot rent. So I'm currently saving for the moving van and the RV haul so that I no longer have to pay monthly storage and monthly lot fee. So it will be 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm saving up in my wooden box $4,000 for that. I'll probably still need more. That probably won't be enough, but it's getting there. So I'm working on that. Lot rent is going to be in this binder. Let's take a look here. Myrtle lot rent, $200. It's going to be President's Day, so the bank won't be open, and you know, it's fine. Actually, I have money in the account that I can pay, but I like stuffing, and it'll be there for next month. All right, so that's taken care of. Storage I don't need yet. Sirius XM is good, paid. Car is good. Net credit's coming up next week, so I'll need to stuff for that. We're good there. All those things are good. Let's see here. Savings Mac. I had already paid Saving Max $300 digitally, but with cash, I'm going to give them $95. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 192, 93, 94, 95. There we go. So I am just going to put that on a Post-it because I'm going to just take it. There is no envelope. I'm just going to walk it in, put it in the bank. Oh, I didn't write those things down. Silly me. So $200 to rent, lot rent, $95 to Savings Mac, 1920s bobby pins, $20. So I do collect things from the 1920s, and you know, my picker friends, they came across some 1920s bobby pins in the original packaging, and I want to put them in my curio cabinet. So that was a $20 investment. Again, buy once, cry once, because I don't really need another package of 1920s bobby pins. I don't need one package of 1920s bobby pins, but it's going to look really pretty on my curio cabinet. And so literally I'm just going to hand her $20. And my Turo, saving for the dream, putting $300 aside. $1, $2, $300 there. Let's see what we got in Turo. Here's my favorite box. I love my acrylic box. It's so pretty. My goodness. If I'm going to save, at least I can do it in a pretty way. All right, section 1 is $150. That's fully funded. Section 2 is $200. That's fully funded in the bank. Section 3, $150, fully funded. Section 4, $150, fully funded. Section 5, $200. And I have 50 of that. So that's where I was. Let's pull this out. So I have a $50 credit in there. That's in the bank. I'm going to pull out my handy dandy little Post-its. So this is, well, cash, $200. I'm very excited. This is as far as I've made it in the box. So I feel like I'm really getting ahead here, which makes it even more frustrating for me when people are giving me a hard time at work, because it's like I'm on a roll and I'm moving forward, and how dare you get in my fucking path. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not really allowed to, I don't know. Whatever, I'm a sailor, sorry. Okay, $200 there. So now I'm on section 6. It's as far as I've ever been. $150. Oh my goodness, I did it. I moved ahead. I'm really proud of myself. So I originally was going to run my own fleet. And because of the changes in the Turo power host status and different changes in the way that they're doing reviews, and you know, just based on the fact that this is a very snowy place where there's days where you just don't want people driving your cars, I made the decision with the help of my partner that yes, I was going to utilize a co-host. So I have a co-host that I found, I may not need these, in Jacksonville, Florida, and he is very well known. He is incredibly reputable person, and it's a very like all weather. I mean, other than, you know, the occasional hurricane, people are always on their renting cars. So he does a split with owners, and it'll make it much more passive for me. So I am saving up to purchase my first car to send to him, and rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's my goal. So my goal is not to work at the restaurant forever, but my goal was really that my hope is the restaurant is the last place that I work. And I mean, we'll see, best laid plans, right? But that's the goal. That's what I'm working towards. I like what I do. I'm good at what I do. And, you know, I'm definitely in a place where there's a lot of money floating through. That's also part of the problem. You know, it's like when you're big fish in a small pond, they come after you. So it is what it is. All right, Amazon Prime. You know what? I didn't even write that down, did I? Well, I owe them $15. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15. Yay. I mean, I didn't know why I needed that in stripper ones, but all right, it's all good. Prime is the last one. Let's see what I've got going on in here. In my Dallas mailbox, which I paid 6 months in advance, I have 50, 100, 20, 40, 5, 145 towards that. Instead of doing 6 months ahead, I'll probably do a year ahead because I do save a little bit more money. Oh my God, that little 5 is dying. Detroit mailbox, I don't have anything set aside. SAG, I do owe them some money, so that'll be soon. AEA, same thing, I need to pay them. Yoga Alliance, I am currently doing my continuing education to re-up. Every 3 years, you have to do like 30 hours. So I'm doing that right now. I'll pay them. Mint Mobile, I pay a year in advance. I'm putting aside $30 a month. Let's see what I got going on. I've got $160 towards the Mint Mobile, which I mean, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I moved a couple of years ago. Best decision. Weebly, they host my website. I've got $30 in there. Pay that once a year. Paramount streaming is $7, and I literally have $7. Congratulations me. Prime subscription, $20. All right, well, I have 15, so I think it's actually 16, and I was like overstuffing that a bit, so fine. That's taken care of. And last but not least is my favorite, the ATM. I love her. I love her voice. Whoever the little voice actress is, she's very encouraging. All right, so I have $100 going to my ATM, so we're going to do a deposit.
Please insert paper bill, enter deposit amount, and press note deposit to confirm. Haha, the deposit this time is $100. Keep doing it. The remaining sum is $443.82.
Great. She's so encouraging. So in this ATM, which is like the greatest toy I've ever purchased, I feel like, I'm saving up for the washer dryer combo. So it's like one thing, you put your clothes in dry and they come out dry. It doesn't use a vent. It doesn't use like a special hookup. Like it just goes straight into your regular plug-in. It doesn't use a lot of electricity. From what I understand, it does take longer, but my idea is that I throw in it at night and I wake up and it's done. So it's not like I'm standing there waiting for it to happen. But right now I am standing there waiting for it to happen because I have to go to the laundromat, and it's been years of going to the laundromat. So I'm very highly encouraged to get this done as soon as possible so I can get the washer dryer combo. That's what I'm saving for right now. I mean, my hope is that there is no drama at work, that, you know, this person just kind of fucks off. And, yeah. And then I could just go on about my merry life and just be left alone. I'm really excited about Turo. I mean, moving to like Section 6 for some people is like, okay, whatever. But for me, like coming from a place of being very hand-to-mouth for such a long time, like, these things are very encouraging for me. Like I see the mindset shift and in action, like I'm seeing the cash accumulating, and some of it, you know, is literally in cash and some of it is in cash in different accounts. And it feels really good. It feels really good to not be afraid and to feel like I'm living in abundance and not in scarcity. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great day.